Hello there. I'm here with St. Mary's basketball player Devyn Galland. And Devyn, thanks for joining me today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
The first question for you, how's the summer going?
Great. It's been really hot, been 90s for a while now, and just made a few trips up to the lake cabin so far, so it's been nice.
Awesome. And you're in Spokane right now where you're from. When do you come back to Moraga?
I'm going to come back around mid-August just to start getting back into the flow of things and get the new apartment set up and everything.
Awesome. So you got a few more weeks hanging out up in Washington.
Yep.
And let's talk about basketball a little bit. Last season, you guys made it to the NIT quarterfinals. What was that experience like for you?
It was super fun. I mean, obviously we wanted to make it further, but we had a really good team this year, and a lot of people counted us out because we graduated three big-time players, and we kind of showed everyone that we were still a main competitor in the WCC, and we had a really good run.
Do you think it made your team and you more hungry for more postseason experience?
Oh, absolutely.
Awesome. Looking at the team this year, what's the scouting report? What do you think of the team that you've got together this year?
Well, it was funny because during summer conditioning, it was actually the first time that everyone stayed, because usually they let, the international kids go back home because they haven't been home all year. But everyone stayed, and I think that just shows the commitment of this team and what we expect to do during this season.
And there are some changes in women's basketball this season that'll take place this season, 4 quarters, that kind of thing. How do you think that's going to affect your team and just the overall play of the game this year?
Well, our coach was telling us about the new rules, and I think we'll be fine. I think we adjust easily to change, and it'll be, I don't think it'll be too different.
Do you expect the feeling of the game overall, just across women's basketball, to be different at all?
I think it's just kind of, well, because I don't know if the media timeouts are taken out, but it's kind of nice that it'll just be kind of a break and then go right back into it. It's not going to be so, let's go 5 minutes break, 5 minutes break, and I think the flow of the game will go a lot better.
Awesome. And want to get to some fun questions, get to know you a little bit better. Since it is the summertime, we're all a little bit more relaxed right now. Mm-hmm. You're from Spokane, so when you get a chance to go up and play Gonzaga, is that a fun experience for you? Do you have family and friends that come out?
Yeah, I mean, 50% of my friends went to Gonzaga, so and then a ton of my family live local, so I saw so many people after the game. The support was awesome, and it was good seeing, old faces, and it was really fun.
And how did you start playing basketball?
Well, my dad was my coach, so I think I started when I was about 5, and I just played with him for like the first 8 years of my career, so he had a big impact on that.
Did you grow up going to a lot of the Gonzaga games?
Yeah, I went to a ton of Gonzaga games, which is super funny. I was a huge Gonzaga fan, and now I can't really say that.
Awesome. What is your favorite movie?
Favorite movie? One of my childhood favorites was probably Stand By Me.
That's a good one.
It's a good movie.
Yeah. What about favorite musical artist or favorite song or even just favorite type of music? And I know that's a hard question for a lot of people. So
no, my teammates hate this. It's country because I think I'm the only one on the team that likes it. So by far country, and when I come back home, that's all I listen to, because when I go back, I can only listen to that by myself. So.
Is there a show that you binge watch, either on Netflix or just, something that you're really into that you just can't get enough of and maybe watch like a few episodes a day?
I just started True Detective season 2. I don't know how I feel about it yet, but I've watched it every Sunday, so we'll see. I'm kind of into it. It's pretty good. And then I've kind of dabbled with Entourage every once in a while when I get bored. So,
right. Did you watch the first season of True Detective?
No, I didn't. I'm just jumping right into the second season. So that's probably why I'm a little lost.
Yeah, I know. I've heard that the second season's kind of weird, but the first season's really good, so I don't know.
I've read a few reviews saying that too.
What's the coolest place you've traveled to?
When I was at Oregon, we actually went to Spain in August for 2 weeks, and we played over there, a few of the professional teams, and we played in Madrid, Valencia, and Barcelona. And we actually got to go to a soccer game in Barcelona, which was an incredible experience, one that I will not forget.
That's awesome. And if you could go anywhere in the world tomorrow, someone said pack your bags, you're going here, where would you want to go?
Well, the Aussies on my team have me convinced that if I visited Australia, I wouldn't leave. So I'd have to say Australia for sure.
Awesome. And I don't mean to put you on the spot here, but I'm going to need an answer. What is the most embarrassing song on your iPod or your musical playlist?
Oh, most embarrassing. I've had Let It Go come on in the locker room a few times, and I'm just like, oh, sorry. We'll next that real quick.
Oh, that's not one that everyone starts karaokeing to?
Yeah, you know, maybe at first, but after the 100th time of us, you know, listening to it.
2 years later or after the
Yeah, exactly.
What is your favorite thing about St. Mary's?
I think Moraga, being as small as it is, everyone's really involved and supportive of, you know, all the athletics, and they really want to develop a relationship with, you know, the students and the athletes, and it's great. Just after games, all the kids that come and watch and the parents, and it's a really supportive community.
Awesome. And what are you studying in school? What's your major?
My major is communications.
Do you have a favorite class you've taken, either in the communications major or just maybe something at St. Mary's that you've really enjoyed?
A lot of the media classes are really interesting because I've never really been computer savvy. And over this summer I took a media course, and it taught us how to use like GarageBand and, you know, iMovie and all that. So it was fun working with those apps and everything.
That's awesome. That'll come in handy too.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll always love the people who know how to make slideshows. Or
Right, exactly. I want to be that person so bad.
What is one interesting fact about yourself? Maybe something that the average person wouldn't know, or that you just kind of like about yourself that you think is kind of cool?
Love this question. I think like the only interesting thing I can think of is I can tie a cherry stem with my tongue. That's like as cool as it gets for me.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then your junior season at St. Mary's this year, what are you most excited about for this season?
I think just that, you know, we've had such a great group of girls, and we're an older team this year. We all have a lot of experience, and I think that's gonna really show this season. So I'm super excited to get on the court and start playing with the girls again.
Awesome. Well, Devyn, thank you so much for joining me. Have a great rest of your summer, and can't wait to see you back in Moraga in a couple weeks here.
Thank you. You too.